freshman Daniel Johnson.
Dan Johnson.
Dan Johnson.
Dan Johnson.
Dan Johnson.
Please join me in welcoming Dan Johnson.
Dan Johnson.
Joined by Dan Johnson of Panda.
I'm here with Dan Johnson.
Dan.
With Dan.
I'm joined now by such activists Dan Johnson.
Dan.
Without further ado, Dan Johnson.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome, with a great big speed of music and powwow, welcome the Wunderkind to Daniel Johnson.
The one and only Dan Johnson.
The Freedom Revolution. How you guys all doing tonight?
It's dangerous enough that we're giving the president the authority to determine who's a terrorist. However, the AUMF at least had the key that they had to tie you to 9/11. They had to tie you to a past event. Just like our justice system is supposed to work. You commit the crime, you're innocent until proven guilty, we prove you guilty, and then you're convicted of the crime. However, the 2012 NDAA changes all of that.
So this document, called the Department of Homeland Security START Report, Hotspots of U.S. Terrorism, this was released January 31st, 2012, 31 days after the 2012 NDAA was signed into law. Here is the next terrorists. Groups or individuals who are nationalistic, as opposed to universal and international orientation, anti-global, suspicious of centralized federal authority, reverent of individual liberty, and believe in conspiracy theories that involve grave threat to national sovereignty and or personal liberty. Who is that defining here? Anybody?
We're going to go through a few things today. 4 paradigm shifts, and then how to win.
3%. A small, tireless minority igniting brush fires of freedom in the minds of men, as Samuel Adams put it. Today we are the 3%.
Here's why I do this. The next generation did not deserve to live in a world like we have today. When I look in the eyes of a 2-year-old, 3-year-old, 4-year-old, someone who has not lost their innocence yet, someone who thinks Disney and imagination, the world's an awesome place, I look in their eyes and I want to be able to tell them, you are free. I cannot do that in America, and I will not stop fighting, and I urge you to not stop fighting until we can do that in the United States of America, and so every single child who grows up, we can point to them and say, you are free. Thank you very much.
Our president wants us to believe that America is a battlefield. What is he talking about?
Love is a battlefield.
So, what's one word dictatorships throughout history have used to control their people? One word. Fear. You heard the term the war on terror? Okay. A war on fear. How can they have a war on fear? It's like having a war on sadness. They say, oh, we're going to pass a law to protect you from sadness. Are you no longer going to be sad? It's absolutely ridiculous. But when a politician tells you, who believes politicians are on our side, by the way? Okay, alright. So when a politician tells you, I'm protecting you from terrorism, I'm protecting you from terror, what he's telling you is this: I'm ruling you by fear. By a show of hands, who in this room is familiar with the NDAA? Oh my God, awesome. That is amazing. I started this organization, Panda, People Against the NDAA. We have a table in the back with more info. I started this organization back in 2012 when I was 18, out of my dorm room and a laptop. Back then, no one knew about the NDAA. Today, 5 cities and 1 county have said, not only will it not happen here, but if any police officer allows it to happen here, they will be fired. Now, the National Defense Authorization Act, or NDAA, for those of you who don't
When America is the battlefield, anything they did in Iraq, anything they did in Afghanistan, anything they did in Syria, they can do to you. That means indefinite detention without trial. That means torture. That means lockdown of cities. Who saw the Boston bombing, the police response to that? Who saw the police response to that? The military locked down that city, pulled people out of their homes at gunpoint, searched them, threw them in different cities. That's what happens when the military takes control of a country. That's what's happening under the NDAA. In 1942, the Japanese Americans were detained without trial based on their race.